So we're live. I'm just messing with you guys. Hi, good afternoon. It's Jessica here at Stitchhouse, and we are going to talk about embroidering on anything today, which is my favorite thing to do. If you guys know me, I love to embroider because it's a quick, fun, easy way to add a little bit of flair to whatever project you're doing. And I get a lot of questions about how do I embroider on a bag? How do I embroider on a hat? A lot of embroidery machines, most embroidery machines, are flatbed machines, meaning that they've got this flat bed and a single needle. So embroidering on like clothing items, a bag like we're gonna do today, oftentimes it's hard to kind of get the item into that area. So we're gonna use what we call a free arm system today. And a free arm system from Brother is a really cool way to kind of get into hard to reach places. And I wanna show you a little bit about the free arm system, and then I also wanna show you different hoops that make the job easier so that you guys can kind of get an idea of what exactly free arm means. So we're using the Brother Persona right now, which is the PRS 100. Absolutely love this machine. If you are hesitant about adding to your embroidery system, this is a really great way to add to it because the price point is really low. It's just $49.99. So for less than $5,000, you can get this whole setup that's really, really great to add to your embroidery room. We never get rid of machines, we just add, right? So this is a great machine because it allows you to have all the functionality of a free arm system at a pretty low price point. This is a single needle, so you do see 4 spools of thread up top, but it only has 1 needle. So this is what we call the staging area, and I'll go over that in a second. But what's really great is that they also make a 6 needle and a 10 needle. So this is I call like the little sister of the group. She has Disney built in, which I love. It's even got a bobbin winder on the side, really nice. But just a single needle, so it doesn't change colors for you like the 6 and 10 needle do, but it does allow you to get into hard to reach places. So let's talk about that really quick. I've got a few different hoops. This is the hooping system that it comes with, and this is an 8x8 hoop, which is the largest hoop size. If you notice on this hoop, there's 2 points of connection. So I've got a point right here and a point right here. And on my machine, I've got 2 different places that the hoops slide in. So the standard hoops that come with the machine are really nice if you are just embroidering things that are flat, maybe like a blanket, or embroidering on something just like plain fabric, you're gonna quilt into something. They're really nice, but they're not what truly make the machine a free arm system. So on the machine right here, I have the Durkee frames, which are really great because they have 1 point of connection in the back. And let me show you what that looks like really quick. So the frame still slides on and off just like the regular frame, but if you notice up top here, I've got these 2 black screws, and my different frames kind of slide on and off, and they just connect up top, which is really nice because along the edge, we leave this open space so I can kind of get a bag around it. So these slide on just like the regular frames that come with the machine. And then if I want to get a bag on here, so this is a bag we already embroidered. I'm gonna do this again so you guys can kind of see how it works. But if I want to get a bag on here, all I have to do is just slide it on, and you can see what's really nice is that the rest of the bag just hangs down. So I don't have to worry about like accidentally embroidering one side to the other, or if it's like a t-shirt, kind of getting the t-shirt out of the way, the back side of it, because I've got all this space down here, which is also why I love the stand, because the bag can just hang down. I've got all this space down here to kind of let my garment or my bag or my hat or whatever I'm embroidering kind of hang. So we're gonna do this, but we're not gonna use the Durkee frames. I'm gonna show you a different frame that I like. There's always options, which is really nice with embroidery. We're going to use these frames, which are really cool, from Hoop Tech. Stick the bag right there. And this frame is the same thing. So I've got the connection point up here, but I've free space around the edge. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to clamp my bag down into this. I'm going to show you guys in just a second. So I'm actually going to take the Durkee frames off. And to do so, I just take off the entire frame that it comes on. So it's just 2 screws. It's not very hard, unless Brian screwed this back screw in or something. It was in there tight. So you just take those 2 screws off, take the whole frame, set it aside. And then we're gonna take this frame here and we're gonna attach it on. Oh, before I attach it on, let me show you guys. This one frame, whoop, things are falling. This one frame comes with 2 different sizes, or they call them windows. So you've got this smaller size here, which is gonna be perfect for the bag we're doing, and then you've got a larger size, which I think would be perfect if you're doing like large names and things like that. So now what we're gonna do, really simple, is take this, attach it on. There's only really one way it can go, so you can't really mess it up. Like this. 2 screws, we're done. So it's really simple. And then you've got this lever on the side here that lifts up and down, so that's what's going to clamp my bag in place. So all we have to do is take this bag. I probably should have found the center, but we're gonna roll with it because it's live. So take the bag and you just bring it through this area here. This has like rope handles, so I really made it easy on myself for Facebook Live. There we go. These are some bags we were using for our Make It Take It class. If you guys have never been to a Make It Take It class here at the store, it's really fun. I'm making this look way harder than it is. It's just these ropes I gotta get through here. Ah! Technical difficulties. There we go. Don't use a bag with rope handles. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of center my little grommets here and that'll help me. So I got my bag where I want it. So you can see on the bottom here, it's hanging down, and on both sides, it allows for it to hang, which is really nice. Once I get it where I want, I just clamp this down and I'm locked in place really tight, so I'm not gonna get any movement on my bag, which is nice. This is just a canvas bag, so nothing too expensive. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to create our embroidery design in the machine. One of the things I love about Brother is how easy this platform is to use, because a lot of machines and even multi-needles that a lot of people have, they don't have this platform connected to it. Sometimes you have to plug a machine in, which is kind of hard, a computer in, to the machine is what I meant to say. And that's kind of hard. I like that the operating system is all in one here. And that's really what makes Brother so different, is there's really good ease of use. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the built-in fonts. And if I come here, you can see that there's really cool letters built in that I can do things with. And then I've also got these letters here. So I've got multiple fonts. The great thing about this machine, though, is that you can plug a USB stick into the side. So anything that you use on the internet, maybe you buy a design on Etsy or from OESD, you can put it into the machine really simply. So we're just gonna take this. I'm gonna do a fun font on here, and I'm gonna type Stitchhouse. So if I just, this is always the hard part. Which font do I choose? I'm gonna do, what will I do, you guys? Okay, I'm also trying to think about time. So let's just do the one that's nice and open. So all I have to do is type Stitchhouse. Oops, I wanna make it small. So I just type my first letter. I have large, medium, small on here, which is nice. I'm gonna use the medium size, and I'm gonna do actually all lowercase, because that's how we do our name. So medium. And I'm really impatient, so I press the button multiple times. And I also don't know how to spell stitch, S-T-I. T. I'm human, you guys. Stitch. 2 H's, H-O-U-S-E. And then we have a period at the end, so I'm gonna add that too. Perfect, super cute. Okay, so I have my design here. This machine has a laser on it, which is really cool. So I can catch the center of where that design's gonna be. So if I center this and I go to embroidery, my little laser light turns on here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's the center of my embroidery design. So I can use this to help me do positioning and placement, which is really nice. So I'm just gonna, oh, that's slow speed. I'm just gonna move it down a little bit and then I'm gonna move it over. I'm just going by sight here because I didn't actually measure the center, so I'm gonna go by what I think looks good, and I think that's pretty close. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to see where my design is, make sure it fits in my hoop. So I've got this really great feature on here that shows me, here's the bottom left of my design, bottom right of my design. Let me go back to the left to see how far that is on the grommet, right at the beginning of it. So this really helps me kind of get my position and placement exactly where I want it. Now I'm going to, oops. See the top of it, good, we're not hitting any metal. Top right looks good. Top left looks good. I think we're ready to go. So I want you guys to hear, this machine goes 1,000 stitches per minute. It's actually really quiet for how fast it goes. I'm already threaded up here, so again, let me talk about the staging area really quick because this confuses a little bit. Does not mean it's a 4-needle machine. I've still got 1 needle, so you could just see the 1 single needle coming down. The reason Brother did this, and I think it's actually really creative, is because oftentimes we don't do single color embroidery designs. Sometimes we do multiple colors. So you can have your threads up here ready to go, and then it's got this really cool cutting system so that you can just tie and pull your thread through so it threads really quick. I mean, you really only have to thread it once and then it's pretty much threaded every time because you just tie a knot up at the top, pull your thread through, and then you're ready to go. So we're ready to stitch just a single color. I just click lock and go, and of course, it didn't catch my bobbin threads, so I just put a new bobbin in there right before we started, so bear with me. Actually, this is kind of cool. You can see how easy it is to go back and fix it, and let me show you how easy it is to thread the needle. I just pop my little needle threader down, up and around. I'm threaded, and the great thing about a free arm system is I can check to make sure I did put my bobbin in, and it looks like I did. Good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close that little drawer, start back at 0 again, easy, lock, go. We caught that time. I just put a new bobbin in right before we started. So it's going to stop. Cut the thread, wipe the thread out of the way so you don't have all those little stitches in between each letter. Huge time saver. So if you're doing maybe you're doing school logos or things like that and you only have 1 color and you have to do all those little jump stitches in between, you know how much of a pain that is. This is gonna help you a ton. This is cute. While that's stitching, let me show you guys one other thing really quick, which I think is really important because I get this question. You guys are asking me about my skincare routine all the time. No, I'm just kidding. So on this side of the frame is the hat hoop. And what's great about the hat hoop is that it goes onto this machine as well. So if hats are something that you want to embroider on, this is a great option for you because it has the same size hat hoop as the 6 needle. So it's got a really great size hat hoop. This is the new flat brim cap frame, flat brim cap frame from Brother. And what's great about it is that it helps you do those dry fit hats that have the large band, kind of like the one that Jade's wearing. Jade's always got a hat on. But it helps you do those, and this will pop onto the machine as well. Thanks, Jade. All good. So I know this looks upside down. My brother did this. I have no idea what the joke is, but apparently he did it upside down on purpose. We get asked about it all the time, so we've left it on the floor. But it's really simple to hoop a hat onto the hat frame. So it just kind of attaches onto here, clamps on, and then it goes right onto the machine. And the hat frame is cylindrical. So it actually embroiders the hat moving like this, which is perfect because the hard thing with hats on a flatbed machine is getting that pucker in the center and really getting the hat to lay flat. So this cap frame does not make you do that. It moves circularly, and which is really nice because then you get a perfect, nice hat for embroidery. So this machine can do just about anything. You can do bags, shirts, hats, blankets, heavy duty stuff. It's very heavy duty, great machine, and really simple to use. So this design is quick. This was an inexpensive bag that we're just adding some embroidery to. I spelled Stitchhouse right, which is great. We just have a few more letters, so I'll let you guys watch how it stitches out. Pretty center for eyeballing it. Don't judge if it's not centered when you guys see this come off of the machine, because you watched me right in front of you just kind of eyeball it. And then the period, which is always important because that's our stylistic choice. And then I'll show you how easy it comes off the frame. Perfect. My favorite part is it sings to you. And it gives you a happy face. I love that. Okay, so watch how easy this is. I just unclamp it. Get those ropes around there. And then look. Simple, easy, quick, cute. So like sports teams, like doing their bags, cheerleading, just about anything. Everybody wants a bag with their name on it. Really fun and simple on a free arm embroidery machine. So again, a little bit about this machine. This is the Brother Persona PRS 100 for under $5,000. You can get this whole setup, which is really great. We have financing options available. They're in stock, and you can embroider on just about anything on it. So if you're looking for that kind of an option in your embroidery machine, and maybe it's just not cutting it doing your flatbed, look into the Brother Persona, because I think that you guys will be really impressed with how heavy duty it is, how easy it is to use, and how efficient it makes your embroidery projects. Thanks for watching. Bye.